Okay. Okay, so before I start the meeting, just a public announcement that if you have a health issue or if you have a disability and are unable to wear a mask, we ask that you sit over on this side of the aisle. Also, if anyone is going to be videotaping the meeting, we ask that you sit in the first 2 or 3 rows on the left-hand side of the aisle. That's where we've designated video. So if you can't wear a mask, sit in the back over there, like maybe the back 6 to 10 rows, and if you're going to videotape, sit in the front on the left-hand side. Okay? Thank you. Calling to order Monday, 27/2001, regular public meeting. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the rights of the public to have advance notice of and to attend meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discovered or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the business administrator/board secretary has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in accordance with NJSA 10:4-8B and guidance from New Jersey Department of Community Affairs, Division of Local Government Services. In addition, please be aware that employees of the school district retain the right of privacy and shall retain all rights regarding defamation and slander according to the laws of New Jersey. The board shall not be held liable for comments made by members of the public, and in order to protect the privacy rights of employees in the district, the board shall not respond to statements made by the public or about district employees. Roll call, please.
Ms. Kalari. Mr. Carolyn.
Here.
Ms. Farrow. Here. Mr. Fortunato. Here. Ms. King. Here. Mr. Kinney.
Here.
Mr. Sededicato.
Here.
Ms. Sullivan. Here. Mr. Budo.
Here. Okay, so everyone could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so I'll open up my board president's report with both student board representatives since Ramapo went first last time. I'm going to call on Renee Kalari of Indian Hills.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. All right, so first up, I have some sports news to report. So our football team had a big win against Dover last Friday, and we also have a home game coming up this Friday, which will be a pink out. Next up, girls varsity volleyball beat Hackensack tonight in 2 straight sets. Next, I have the pep rally. So we're going to host our fall pep rally this Friday during 8th period by the outdoor bleachers. We plan on showcasing the fall sports along with our DECA, ACDEC, and theater clubs. Next up, I would like to talk about the Blue and Gold newspaper. So the Blue and Gold newspaper is releasing its first edition of the year soon. This newspaper talks about the latest and greatest at Indian Hills, such as sports updates and new events happening around the school. Next, we have Senior Sunrise tomorrow. So Senior Sunrise is planned on being tomorrow at 6:15 a.m. So Senior Sunrise is together as a class. We watch the sunrise together in the senior parking lot and eat breakfast. We have bagels being supplied by Oakland Bagels tomorrow. It's also Senior PJ Day, so make sure to wear your comfiest outfits. Then we also have the Indian Hills Theater Company, which will be hosting their auditions for the fall show, Just Another High School Play, tomorrow in the auditorium. The Indian Hills Student Council hosted its first English class delegates meeting where we met and discussed our year ahead. We plan on meeting once a month throughout the school year and using our time to review any class fundraisers or other school-wide events. And also, lastly, the first PTSO meeting will be held tomorrow night at 7:30. All parents and students are encouraged to attend to help fundraise for the schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. And Let's move on to Lizzie Farrow from Ramapo.
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. So I'm first going to start off with sports. So football is 4-0, and we're going to have our next game this Friday at home, and it's going to be a blackout. Boys soccer is 6-0, and they actually have a game tonight against Ridgewood. Girls soccer is also 6-0, and they're playing home tonight against Ridgewood. Pretty sure last time I've heard the score, they're up 1-0. Girls volleyball is 3-1, and they also had a game tonight against Ridgewood. And also last week, Caroline Toma was named Big North Player of the Year. Cheerleading, the cheerleaders are getting ready for the competition season, which starts soon. They're also hosting a car wash this Saturday to raise money for their program. Cross country, Alex Horgan took 3rd at the Six Flags Wild Safari and had the 8th fastest time of the day. That time made him the current fastest cross-country runner in Bergen County this season. Tennis is 7-2. They just had the Bergen County tournament, and their first double teams pair of Sophia Mascara and Elizabeth Ring won the tournament. Band, the Raiders Marching Band has been entertaining fans at the football games and brought back the Head Choppers, which is a crowd favorite. We all love when they do the Head Choppers. And the band's first competition is going to be this Saturday at Randolph High School. Winter sports have also been having interest meetings, and a reminder to get your physical forms in. For clubs, Film Club is showing Luca on Wednesday after school. It's a great movie. Recommend watching it. Ramapo Relax is doing the Out of the Darkness Bergen County Walk. Model UN, Game Club, Junior States of America, Debate Team, Italian Club, Ramapo Runway, Academic Decathlon, SAD, and Generation Ratify are having meetings, plus a lot more clubs. Class of 2023 is selling drawstring bags. For guidance, college night for juniors is November 17th. For seniors and juniors, there are a lot of colleges coming to visit Ramapo for college visits, and you can sign up on Naviance. For student government, we had our pep rally on September 17th, and it was really great to see all the school spirit. We also had Club Fair on September 22nd, where we had over 30 clubs participate. On October 8th, we are having our pink out for the football game, and that day during lunch periods, we are selling hair extensions that all the money is going to go to breast cancer awareness. We're also having a bonfire November 12th. And lastly, we met with Mr. Dionisio, and we're really excited to work with him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you're welcome to stay, but if you guys need to leave a little early or you have homework or someplace else to be, feel free to leave at any time. Okay, so now let me just finish up my president's report. If you go to our website today, you'll see that we posted the full Palestis report. I just have a comment on that. As early as 2018, the board was made aware of possible inconsistencies in our special education programs offered in the district at our 2 different high schools. As a result of those concerns and the district's steadfast commitment to provide all students with a free, appropriate public education under Section 504 and Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, in 2019, the Board of Ed hired, as recommended by Beverly McKay, superintendent at the time, the Palestis Education Consultants Group at a fixed cost of approximately $30,000. The scope of the audit, which took 18 months to complete, was to examine the special education program at Ramapo Indian Hills Regional School District, determining the strengths and weaknesses and recommendations for overall program improvements that would benefit our students with IEPs, or individual educational plans, and 504 plans, which currently makes up approximately 18% of our student body population. That said, we as a board and a community committed to the betterment of our students, and the outcome of this report and any report that may direct us or give us insight into the ways our district can serve our students is priceless. Dr. Dionisio, who's going to be coming in a month, and the public, and with Dr. Rasica handing it off to our new superintendent, now have the report, all have the report for review. And we, as a board, will keep the community update of this endeavor. And that concludes my president's report. Thank you. Mr. Rosica?
Thank you, Mr. Budo. Thank you, ladies, for the outstanding reports and keeping us up to date. Happy to hear all the activities that are going on, and I don't think I'm going to be at the sunrise, senior sunrise tomorrow, unfortunately. But, all right, so we want to go to the agenda and my report. First thing I want to do is, under policies and regulations, we are going to pull one regulation, 1642. I got overly ambitious and added that one because I did review it, but I need to share that with the committee. And then we're going to add a regulation at the next meeting for that and another policy as well. So I just want to make that clear.
Regulation for cannabis.
The regulation for cannabis would be the next one, okay? Alrighty, so I'm going to move on from there. One of the things we have to do this time of year is report what they call the graduation pathway report. So what it does is it identifies the ways that your seniors who graduated met the requirements. Normal circumstances, the students would have taken the NJSLA, but that has now not taken place in 2020 or in 2021. So we have to give a breakdown. I can tell you that out of the 573 seniors, I'll break it down in English first, passing the NJSBLA or the PARCC assessment. So with this group, I believe it was PARCC assessment they took in 9th grade, and then the SLA in 10th grade. We had 499 students that passed the English language arts. In mathematics, same group, 481 students who passed. Now we had passing a substitute competency test. So if you don't take the NJSLA or you didn't score well, you're given the opportunity to use your SAT or ACT, AccuPlacer, or the ASVAB test. So in that category, we had in English 38 students, and passing under the same regulations would be 40 students in mathematics. Meeting alternate requirements specified by an IEP, we had 25 students in English that passed and 38 in mathematics. And the last one is the very last thing you can do is set a portfolio. So the students have to set a portfolio with certain requirements and areas related to these subject areas and to do a presentation. Based on that, we had 11 students that passed English and 14 who passed mathematics. So that, again, that's the breakdown of how these students met their requirements for senior year and graduation. The other thing I want to mention, too, is you should have received notice today. Our Smart Strong assessments start this week on Wednesday. And that's in place of SLA from last year. So we do have an alternate schedule that's posted, so I'm not going to read everything that's on here, but I can tell you that starting on Wednesday, all 9th and 10th graders will report to school at 7:30, and then all 10th and 11th graders will come in at 9:05. So please look at the schedule that's online. I believe there was a notice sent home to make sure that your child is either here taking the testing at the regular school start time or is prepared to take the bus or come to school rather at 9:05. All right, and that's all listed there. We continue to move along with the start of the school year, and I think that we're in a good direction. Buildings are pretty much up to all the requirements that we need to have at this point, and maybe even beyond. So that's good news. And we're looking forward to all these activities that are coming up that the girls just mentioned, and really getting this school year moving along. So thank you, and back to you, Mr. Budo.
Thank you, Dr. Rosica. Does any board members have any questions for Mr. Rosica, Dr. Rosica, before